Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am back. I'm smoking Gentleman Caller tonight. The stuff I got the other day. I don't know if you can see that. But, well, let's see. There we go. I got that. And I'm smoking in the new little pipe that I got tonight. So that's what's on for tonight. I wasn't planning on smoking, but it just kind of happened. You ever do that? You're smoking, and you get a little bit of ash, a little amber on your finger. Maybe because I'm an amateur, I screw that up. I don't know. Interesting, though, when I was packing the pipe, I got this, like, sweetness smell. Almost like cinnamon. Like, when you open cinnamon, you get this, but not quite overpowering cinnamon, just like this hint of it, and this maybe molasses. I don't know. I don't know what the word is. It's hard to describe, but since I've opened it, it seems like it matured or whatever. I don't know. I'm just guessing there of what that could be. But it's pretty good. It smells even better than it did the night I opened the tin. But anyway, carrying on from yesterday's topic, it got me thinking, and going off of that, I decided to take a sabbatical, is probably the fancy term for it, and what I'm using it and calling it, or it's really a leave of absence for EGM, Igloo Media, that's my podcasting network, and the Cantina Cast. I won't be podcasting till October, and it feels pretty darn good to have that pressure off of me. Like I said, I've been doing this for 9 years, kind of non-stop. Well, I had a break in 2012 for like 10 months where I was trying to figure out what to do with the Cantina Cast, and then that ended, and I've been going strong since then. So as I was thinking, and I was talking to my friend, and I've been wanting to do this. I've mentioned it on a few other videos where I kind of need that break. And I was thinking it today. I talked to another friend where I told her, I'm like, well, I had all this stuff going on with my former co-host that I handled it well. I think it's one of the few things in life that I actually handled right, where I just kind of did the gray rock method and kind of ignored the craziness and kind of just stayed focused on keeping the Cantina Cast on the straight and narrow and staying the course. But in the reality of it is I needed to take that break when things happened. But I needed to keep pushing forward with the Cantina Cast and not worry about it. I don't know if you can hear it. Hopefully you can't, but there's a car alarm going off. When that all happened with my co-host, when he took a nosedive there, I'll just leave it at that. That was in December of 2017. The Last Jedi came out, which is a very controversial film amongst Star Wars fans. I was lucky enough and fortunate and blessed to have Albert and Jonesy kind of be able to jump in and take over the hosting duties and give me a bit of take that pressure off, which helped me continue what we were doing. However, in hindsight, looking back, I should have took a break. I tried that spring, like I retired that April. Did I retire then? Yes, I did. But I should have, from main hosting, I filled in and I was still pretty much involved with editing, posting, and all that stuff. I was still very much involved, but I needed to take that mental break, and I didn't do that. I'm one for staying the course, but I'm a firm believer, and this applies to everybody. Hold on. Yeah, see, I'm getting that sweetness. This applies to everybody. Look, content creating, or if you have a job, or if you do something, you need to decompress. Now, I decompress. I've been coming out to the shed for about a year now, almost, and that kind of relieved again some of that pressure. But it got me thinking of, like, you need to take a permanent break. Like, you need, not a permanent one, but you need to take some time for yourself. But Jonesy needed time off, so I had to fill in. And that's what you do. One man's down, and another man's got to come up and march forward no matter what your needs are. Sometimes you got to suck it up. But the time was right where I could say, okay, now it's my turn. I need to take some time and decompress and figure out, do I even want to podcast anymore? Is podcasting important? Now, I wouldn't get rid of the network, the Cantina Cast, or anything like that. I'd still own it, but that's about it. I wouldn't, get involved with that. I would help out if there were stuff behind the scenes that needed to be worked on and whatnot. But I wouldn't, if I hung up podcasting, I don't think I will, to be honest. I said I would go back in October and do the Mando Monday show, which is what we do on the Cantina Cast. It's on the Cantina Cast feed. It's about the Mandalorian. And season 2 is coming in October, so I'll do that. And that's very minimal work that goes into that. I'll stream it on the YouTube, and I'll post it on the Cantina Cast feed all in one day. It takes not that long, really. It's just pretty easy, pretty simple. It's just me starting the show, end the show, 20 minutes of me talking, recapping of the show. So it's not a hard thing. So that's not bad. But after that, I'll probably need some more time off and reflect and enjoy that. So I'm kind of decompressing a bit. I'm going to start weeding myself off of social media a little bit. I'll still use it for the time being, but more sporadically. I won't be on it as much as I am, because I need to. I don't want to say monk mode, because that drives me nuts. In the old days, I used to listen to the Jim Rome radio show, which is a sports talk radio show that's on in the afternoons. I used to listen when I was a kid, and every time I'd go on vacation, it'd say, I'm in the basement. So I've always referred to it as going into the basement, basically recharging and getting refocused. And that's kind of what I need to do. I don't want to use the word monk mode, because that's not really where I'm going to go, because I'm still going to talk to people, still associate with people. But there will come a time where I'm not using my phone all that much. I might even leave it at home and just say old school. Just say, no, I don't need the phone. I'll get back to you when I get home, or whatever, and I'll get in touch with you that way. But maybe even on weekends, I'll just do it for the 48 hours for the weekend. Who knows? We'll see. I don't know what that sweetness is, but it's good. It's like, I don't know. It's like, it's got to be that. What did I call that? What was that? Something tongue. I can see here. Or maybe it's the paprika. Maybe that's what I'm smelling. Deer tongue. I don't know. There's some kind of a sweetness. This is Gentleman Call is becoming it's moving up the rank there pretty quick. I didn't think that was going to happen. But one of the things, I think why I kept pressing on, especially during the Last Jedi run, because we had to do a show. That's when the movie came out. That's when we had to get our content out for the year, and kind of like that's the big dance. It's like our Super Bowl time. Like we had to, well, big game. I don't want to get sued by the NFL, where we had to show up and do our breakdowns and do all that stuff, and so that's kind of why I couldn't stop. And I figured, all right, well, in April, I'll get that. I'll retire and stuff. But I shouldn't even have edited and everything. But Albert and them weren't up to speed on how to edit and all that other stuff. And that breeze feels really good. So I did it. I had to. But looking at back, hindsight, maybe you guys can learn from this, is there's a lot of pressure to, and like even me, like you've noticed, I pump out a video every day because of the algorithm, the almighty algorithm. You have to keep showing that you're around. And like even, and this is one of the things we did back in the day when we were just spinning our wheels. We're like, well, why can't we just make that leap? We started doing weekly. Once we went like that and we were frequent, numbers started going up. So the same thing with YouTube, you got to do that. But you know what? Your soul and your comfort and your sanity are far more important than some algorithm. And I know some people do this as a job, but even then, you got to take steps to take a break. I mean, if you do this 5 days a week, that's good. At least the weekends, just be with yourself, be with your family, kind of contemplate. Don't let this eat you up, because it will. This content creating full speed ahead will spit you up and swallow you, and you'll lose your soul, and then you're going to look back and be like, what the hell happened to me? Was it worth it? You know, it's that whole scene with Thanos. What did it cost you? And they say everything. Because it did. It did cost me friendships, doing the stuff with the Cantina Cast. And was it worth it? Nah, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. But I guess losing friends that's a whole other video. I'll talk about that someday soon. But losing your soul or losing what makes you you, and you being unique and everything, for the sake of doing videos and to get likes and downloads and advertising and popularity and all that, it's not worth it. Not losing your mind. It's not worth losing your mind. Trust me, it's not. You know, life is meant to be enjoyed, not to be one to conform to all this who's the most popular person on whatever social platform or medium there is. It's about having fun. Now this, I know you're saying, well, Mike, you're on a sabbatical, but you're doing this. Well, this is for fun. This is for me kind of healing a bit, and just kind of talking to the camera, getting used to this, because maybe this is where I go. At the end of my sabbatical, I think, all right, I'll own the EGM and the Cantina Cast, and I'll help them, however I have to help them to get the network going, I'll do that. But maybe this is where I go and play and do my type of thing. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. This is going to be enjoyable. I got a lot of books I've ordered, crap ton, and I'm going to order more. And I'm looking forward to reading. Quite a bit. And Why We Drive is becoming, I'm going to do a book review on it. I'm pleasantly surprised, even though we get into a bit of the political stuff. And it's hard not to with autonomous cars and old cars and stuff. It's an interesting thing. But it's not politics where you think it's leaning this way or that way. It's kind of like down the middle libertarian kind of thing, kind of more objective than I thought it would be, and that surprises me, at least so far. Man, it's just like this tobacco. It surprised me. So what do you guys do to decompress? I don't know, not everyone creates... By the way, I got 4 subscribers, so I thank all of you, all 4 of you. Get to 5, I might shave my head. No, I'm only kidding. I shave my head anyway. So that's exciting. I know other people have viewed the channel, haven't subscribed, and I'm not gonna do this stupid cliche, you know, like and subscribe, blah blah blah. If you like the content, you'll come back regardless. If you really like it, maybe you'll subscribe, and you know, like JB, and I thank him and all of the 4 of you, soon to be 5 maybe. So I thank you. That means a lot, because I didn't even think I'd have anything like that. To be honest, I really didn't think that would happen. But so that's a pleasant surprise. I don't know what it is, but it's very sweet and I like it. So that's pretty much it. I feel relaxed now. I got a lot of reading to do, multiple books, and I'm going to talk about it because there's some of them are philosophical, some of them are just stories. I've seen the movies. I've never read the book for some odd reason, but I decided, all right, I'm gonna check this out. So, and then of course there's one. It's a sentimental thing, and I'm like, you know what? That I want to get back into that and enjoy that, especially near the fall. I'm gonna jump back into that realm, and you'll know what it is when I talk about it when they come in and stuff. And some of it's philosophical stuff. I'm still looking on Audible for more books too. So I'm gonna be doing multiple things. Like driving to work, I'll have an audiobook. I might even have two at the same time, and physically reading, I'm still reading one, the political philosophical book. I'm reading that. And as a matter of fact, after this, I'm gonna go up there and start reading that before I go to bed, or I might wait till tomorrow. We'll see. Depends how long this takes. But anyway, moral of this video is take a break, guys. Don't let your content strip away what makes you you, because eventually that'll show up in the content. And that's I think one of the saving graces, as much as I was involved in that delicate period with the Cantina Cast when my co-host left and Albert joined and Jonesy joined, is I left in that April, and that gave me that pressure to take off, and that was good. So I was lucky there. That was a key moment now that I think about it, because I could have just closed up shop, but I didn't. I tend to fight the fight and keep on going. But it's not. Don't quit, but take a breather and reset, recharge, get healthy here and in here, and just refocus. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not walking away or quitting. Podcasting, I may say, okay, I've had my run, and that's it. We'll see. But that's it. That's all I can say tonight. So don't quit, but take care of your mind and relax. That's important, to relax, reflect, and just don't let this wear you out, because it'll kill you, man. It will kill you. Anyway, I'm going to finish my pipe, post the video, maybe read, maybe go to bed. I don't know. We'll see. Till tomorrow.